Welcome everybody into week 2 of NFL football on DoseOfDion 2.0. And we are here to see the Detroit Lions take on the LA Chargers, one of the best teams in the league, coming into Detroit for the Detroit Lions home opener. And man, there is a lot of excitement going around this building. Matthew Stafford comes out in the gun to start this thing off, hands it off to Theprogrammersmuzik, who's got a big hole up the middle, makes a move across the 30 to the 32-yard line, and what a way to get the crowd on their feet. 14 yards from Theprogrammersmuzik right off the bat. And the Detroit Lions with a great start to the game. That was something that the Detroit Lions were going to do all season long, establish that running game. And they do it there in a really good fashion with 14 yards. Now Theprogrammersmuzik is back on the field. He's been getting a lot of playing time so far this season. The 1-0 Detroit Lions looking to move to 2-0. Stafford out of the gun, throws the left side. It's caught by Hawkinson, but there is a flag. And that will be a holding call there on DoseOfDion, one of the Detroit Lions guards. DoseOfDion, a player the Detroit Lions actually brought in this offseason to play that guard position, has had a lot of time there so far with the Detroit Lions, comes up with a holding penalty. So that's tough. That's not something that you want to see from your new offensive lineman. But now 1st and 20 coming up here. Matthew Stafford coming out with his offense, this time with Kerryon Johnson out of the single back. He's got 2 wide receivers on top of the screen, one on the bottom, 1 tight end right, sends T. Jackson in motion to the left. Looking for the run here, and it is a handoff. Hawkinson comes across, Kerryon looking for the run. He doesn't get a lot of yards there, 4 yards, solid run. But that brings up a second and very long, 2nd and 16 coming up now for the Detroit Lions. Like we said, the Detroit Lions are now 1-0, coming off of a 3-0 Matt Prater game winner in Arizona. Now at home to play the LA Chargers, who, again, on paper are one of the best teams in the league, looking, to make that kind of Super Bowl push, because unfortunately in the playoffs last year, that didn't really happen because they met a guy named Tom Brady. With that being said, Kerryon Johnson is absolutely stood up there. No gain on the play. You could say even a loss of 1. The Detroit Lions will have a 3rd and 17 on their first drive of the game. So after a great start, it just went all downhill with that holding penalty, and that brings up a 3rd and long. And that's why penalties kill teams. You cannot afford to have 10-yard penalties in football games. Possessions are limited, and to have those really hurt your chances. Now they have 2 wide receivers on the bottom, 1 top out of the gun. Stafford's got it. Stafford over the middle. He's got time to throw. Throws deep right side. Got a man out there, and it's intercepted. One-handed. He stays on his feet, coming back across the 30, the 20, and he's brought down by Frank Ragnow at the 24-yard line. Wow, what an interception from Hayward. Going up one-handed on the Detroit Lions wide receiver there. Phillip Rivers now coming out of the pistol. 3 wide receivers top of the screen, and he hands it off to the running back, Melvin Gordon, who has stood up. Absolutely destroyed by Jarrad Davis. That was a huge hit. And Jarrad Davis brings that to the table. One of the biggest hitters currently on the Detroit Lions just comes up with a smack on Melvin Gordon. And that brings up a 2nd and 10 with 38 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Coming off of an interception, the Chargers looking to not only put up points, but a touchdown. And now from the 24-yard line, the Detroit Lions move up the safety. Quandre Diggs goes back under center. Throws it. Nope, he's going to hand it off. And he breaks the tackle, stays on his feet. Now he's down up to the 21. Kind of a weird run there from Melvin Gordon. It looked like for a second he was going to get thrown down. Somehow stayed up, tripped, and then got tackled. Very weird run there, but that brings up a 3rd and 7, and what most likely will be the end of the first quarter. And it is still a tie ball game at nothing apiece as we head to the second quarter. Heading into the second quarter now, here comes the LA Chargers. From the Detroit Lions 21-yard line out of the gun, 2 wide receivers bottom screen, 1 top, got a running back to his right. Phillip Rivers has it, looks, throws left side, got a man out there, up near the 10-yard line, fighting all his way up to the 8-yard line, 13 yards there. Big play, good run after the grab, fought hard, and he's inside the 10. And now they're looking to put up not only points, but instead of that, just more a touchdown for the Chargers here. With 2:40 to go remaining in the half, the Chargers come out from the Detroit Lions 8-yard line with a chance to put up a touchdown. Now they're going to go to the I formation. They got Keenan Allen at the bottom of the screen. Keep an eye on that guy. He can make some plays down here. Now they're going to hand it off to Melvin Gordon, who gets inside the 5, fighting, and he's going to be thrown down there no further for Melvin Gordon. And that brings up a 2nd and goal from the Detroit Lions 5-yard line. 2:15 to go. Warning hits, and it is a still tie ball game, nothing apiece. But the Chargers are on the move at the Detroit Lions 5-yard line. 2nd and goal coming up now. Matt Patricia trying to scheme this up, trying to figure out what to run here to come up with a big play now. Forward field getting on their feet, getting loud, getting excited. for a 2nd and goal. Phillip Rivers comes out under center. He's got 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 on the top. Melvin Gordon in the backfield. Keep an eye on that man. He's going to back up, straight drop, looks, throws, left side. Got a man out there inside the 5. Can't break the tackle. And he's brought down instantly at the 4-yard line. Big tackle there from the Detroit Lions secondary to bring Henry down with a no-yard gain. Michael Ford, the Detroit Lions undrafted free agent that they brought in a few years back, actually, comes up with a big tackle there with 1:39 to go, remaining in the half. Phillip Rivers comes back out, now out of the gun. He's got Melvin Gordon to his left, 3rd and goal. Keenan Allen bottom of the screen, 2 wide receivers at the top. He fakes the snap, and now he's looking around. He's got the ball, looks, throws right side, got a man out there, and he gets in the end zone, and that is the tight end. So they went to him last time, couldn't get in. This time he gets in, and Henry gives Phillip Rivers and the Chargers their first points of the day, putting them up 6-0 early on your Detroit Lions. With 1:27 to go in the half, they line up for the extra point to put this thing up by 7. And the kick is up, and it is right down the middle. So now, down by 7, the Detroit Lions will get the ball with 1:27 remaining in the half. And knowing the Chargers will get the ball to start the second half, this is where, as a Detroit Lions fan, you want to hope the Detroit Lions can put something on the board, muster something up here, because you don't want to fall in the hole versus a great team like the Chargers. Now, on their first possession, they threw that interception very early to Hayward. We're going to see what happens here as the Detroit Lions 1:27. We'll see how aggressive they are offensively with all 3 timeouts. Here comes the kickoff to send it back to the Detroit Lions. It's underway, and it will be caught just inside the end zone. He's going to take it out. Amendola across the 15, across the 20, and he's stifled down there at the 20-yard line. Here comes Matthew Stafford and that Detroit Lions offense looking to do something here before the half. Danny Amendola with a, shaky return at best, you could say, to the 20-yard line. Didn't give them a great start, but the Detroit Lions have a chance to put some points on the board with all 3 timeouts before the half. They need 80 yards for a touchdown. They need about, you could say about 40 yards for a field goal. Matthew Stafford comes here out of the gun. Stafford's got it, looks, throws, left side, and is caught. Marvin Jones quickly across the 25 up to the 26. And the Detroit Lions are going to no huddle. They're definitely looking to put up some points here before the half. He's got 2 men in the backfield here out of the gun. Stafford's got it. He looks. He's got Marvin Jones back there blocking. Throws over the middle. Nearly intercepted. A very bad throw there by Matthew Stafford. Tried to throw it quickly across the middle to Theo Riddick. Nearly threw it directly to the Chargers. Very risky pass there that brings up a 3rd and 4 for the Detroit Lions, who again are looking to get back in this game before halftime and try to put something on the board. After a first drive interception from Matthew Stafford, the Detroit Lions come out in under center in the single back. Wide receiver at the bottom of the screen, 1 wide receiver at the top of the screen. Matthew Stafford looking around. He's going to drop back. Looks, throws, right side. Got a man, and it's incomplete. Jumped the route. Wow, that could have been very bad. That could have been easily a pick 6. And that'll bring out Sam Martin for his punt with a 4th and 4. So a 3 and out. The Detroit Lions, not a good start offensively. They need some big plays here defensively to hold the Chargers from getting any more points before half and really putting the Detroit Lions in a terrible position. Sam Martin boots this one away, and it is great punt. Caught inside the 20. And he crosses the 30, and that's about it. Down to the 31, 54 seconds. You have 3 timeouts. You lead by 7. How aggressive are you on this drive? You don't want to be too aggressive knowing you have the lead and you will get the ball to start the second half. But at the same side, if you know that you can put up some points here before half, you can have the ball second half and make this lead even bigger. Phillip Rivers come out here in the gun. He's got Melvin Gordon to his left. He's got it. All day to throw. Great protection. Throws right side, and it is dropped. Oh, nearly caught there. He took a chance deep down the field, put it in Henry's hands, who's had a nice day so far with the touchdown grab, but he just couldn't hold on. And I'm not sure why. That ball definitely hit him right in the hands. Should have made the catch. Now, I was a little bit behind him, but Rashawn Melvin definitely didn't make a great play on the ball there, and it was a dropped pass. So with 50 seconds now, 2nd and 10, Phillip Rivers comes out of the gun. Phillip Rivers has it, looking to throw, throws right side, and it is caught for a short gain up to the 39. Timeout Chargers. We'll be right back after this. Make yourself look fresh with some DoseOfDion 2.0 merch on the Dodge Shop. And we are back with a 3rd and 2 for the LA Chargers, looking to add to their 7-0 lead before the half and potentially put this game out of reach for the Detroit Lions. Phillip Rivers comes out here in the gun, 2 wide receivers by the screen, 1 top. Phillip Rivers looking, he's got it, 3rd and 2. Throws left side, got a man out there, first down easy, up across, near the 50 to the 49. Second timeout used now by the Chargers, bringing up a 1st and 10. Travis Benjamin now with 3 receptions for 31 yards. Justin Coleman comes up there with the tackle. And they're moving the ball pretty well. Matt Patricia doesn't look very confident there on the sideline, you should say. And here comes the Chargers. One timeout, near midfield, 41 seconds, a chance to go up by 2 scores before half, then get the ball in the second half. They can really put this game out of reach. I mean, you think even a field goal here and then a touchdown next half will put the Detroit Lions maybe in a position that they can't come out of offensively. Philip Rivers talking it over with the squad. Philip Rivers comes out here. He is back into the gun with Melvin Gordon to his left. 3 wideouts on the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Watch Keenan Allen down there. Philip Rivers has it. Looking, and he's sacked! Big play! Trey Flowers, $90 million paying off there with the huge sack. And the Chargers will let the clock run. What a play from Trey Flowers off of the edge. You can see a nice swing move to cut back inside, really just bull rushes his man back to the quarterback. And with 18 seconds, 1 timeout from their own 42, Philip Rivers may take one last heave. And he's waiting to get the snap, running the clock down. Now he's got it 10 seconds. Philip Rivers has it. He's got all the day in the world. He throws a short pass. He's got Melvin Gordon out there who makes a move across the 50, near the 40, gets to the first down, timeout. Wow. Melvin Gordon, what a run after the catch. And maybe setting up a long 58-yard field goal attempt. But defensively, that just has to make you mad. Like, you have to be mad at yourself for giving that up. Knowing that they're in such a bad position and throwing just a little pass like that to Melvin Gordon and still giving up that many yards to potentially put them in a position to go by 10 before half, that's just something that you can't have. And now the Chargers will come out here with a decision. Throw it or kick it, and that's what they will do. They will kick it. The Detroit Lions in a set defense. Make sure that the fake does not come here. From 58 yards out, right before the half, this is a long one. The snap, good kick, a good hold, and it is well short. And that will take us to halftime. Detroit Lions trail 7-0 to start the second half. Make yourself look fresh with some DoseOfDion 2.0 merch on the Dodge Shop. Second half is now underway. Sam Martin boots it deep. Caught in the middle of the end zone, and they will take a knee. And here we go. The second half, the Detroit Lions trail this one 7-0 after a missed field goal to put the Chargers up by 10 at half. And what that means is that the Chargers could potentially make this a 2-score game before giving the Detroit Lions the ball back. Now they're going to play action. Melvin Gordon throws deep over the middle. Overthrow nearly intercepted from Tracy Walker. That was nearly a game-changing play. Philip Rivers with a bad decision to throw that kind of pass. Way off with his trajectory. It was nearly intercepted there by Tracy Walker. And that will bring up a 2nd down and 10 with 2:57 remaining in the third quarter. Detroit Lions need to stop here. You do not want to fall down 2 scores late in a ball game. Philip Rivers comes out here now with the gun. 2 wide receivers top screen, 1 bottom. Makes an adjustment. And he's got it. Hands it off to Melvin Gordon. Looks for the outside. Bang! A big hit off the edge. Quandre Diggs, one of the biggest hitters on the Detroit Lions. Nino comes up with a big hit and puts the Chargers back to their own 22. A 3rd and 13 coming up now. Matt Patricia drew up an outstanding play there. And it's going to force a long 3rd down. We'll see what the Chargers can do here now. 3rd and 13. Can they get this first down? Coming out of the gun. 2 wide receivers top, 1 bottom. Melvin Gordon to his right. Philip Rivers has it, and it's a play action. Looking, and here's the sack! Right off the edge, Deshaun Hand. Back-to-back big plays. 4th and 21 coming up now. And they will for sure have to give this back to the Detroit Lions. And that's 2 big sacks now. You can see off of the top of the screen, they had a man get in but the block, and then just went right by the offensive lineman to get back there. And here's the punt near his own goal line. It's a great punt. It's a beauty out to the 27. Agnew makes a move. Agnew across the 40. Agnew near the 50 makes a move. And he's down at the 46-yard line. Nice return from Jamal Agnew to make the first guy miss and set the Detroit Lions up down 7 late in the third quarter. Here comes the Detroit Lions down 7-0 in this one. Matthew Stafford comes out of the pistol. TJ Hockenson on your top of your screen. 2 wide receivers, 1 at the bottom. Marvin Jones got to keep an eye on, but they hand it off to Kerryon Johnson. Right at the middle. Nice gain there for about 5 yards. That sets up a 2nd and 6 for the Detroit Lions. Good play. Trying to establish that run game. Still late here in the third quarter. But only being down 7, you have a lot of options. There are no reason to panic. You're in a position where your whole playbook is wide open. And you can run really whatever you want here. And here comes Matthew Stafford from the Detroit Lions. It's been a pretty rough day throwing the ball. They're going to try to fix that here. He's got Theo Riddick to his right. He's got it. Theo Riddick goes out, throws right side, and it is caught. Danny Medulla, nice grab, gain of 7. And that will give the Detroit Lions a first down to the 43-yard line. Danny Amendola is a guy that a lot of quarterbacks have relied on throughout the years, named Tom Brady, Ryan Tannehill, now Matthew Stafford. Danny Amendola has moved all around the league, but he's been a great wide receiver everywhere that he has went. And he moves the chains for the Detroit Lions. Matthew Stafford coming out now under center. Kerryon Johnson in the backfield. 3 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen. And he's going to hand it off. And no way. Not going to happen today. Loss of 4 in the backfield. Big stop there by Jones. He just bit on that play. He knew exactly what was coming. And you have to think defensively, the Chargers are very talented. Multiple very good players on the defensive side of the ball. They've also brought in guys like Tillery to go along with guys like Joey Bosa in a solid secondary. Under center, Matthew Stafford comes out. 2nd and 14. Carry on in the backfield. Tight end on the top of your screen. 2 tight ends. Stafford play action. Brings down Carry on, but he's got all day to throw. He could be looking deep. He's going to take a shot into the end zone. Overthrows. And wow, he had Kenny Galladay, it looks like, near the end zone. But he went for the big shot. Went for Marvin Jones. Threw it out of the end zone, and that brings up a 3rd and 14 with 2 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Now from the 47-yard line, the Detroit Lions are looking to get a big first down here. They need a lot. Last play, he had all day in the world. He just overthrew his man. Now coming out of the gun, he's got Theo Riddick to the bottom of the screen who leaks out. That may be where he goes with the ball. Again, all day to throw. Throws left side, got a man out there, Marvin Jones. Makes a stiff arm up to the 39. And we will start the fourth quarter with the Detroit Lions on Chargers territory. With a 4th and 6 and only 3 minutes remaining, the Detroit Lions can't settle a field goal. They're going to go for it from the 39-yard line. Stafford's got it off the gun, throws over the middle quickly. Danny Amendola, who else? The most reliable receiver right now on the Detroit Lions, points the direction to signal a first down to the 28-yard line for the Detroit Lions. 1st and 10 now. Coming up down 7. This is a big possession. He keeps it alive on 4th down. Now the Detroit Lions come out here with 2:30 to go out of the pistol and a potential to tie this game on this drive. Stafford has it, sends a man in motion. That looks like Jesse James, and you got to keep an eye out for the run here. That's not what's going to happen. It's going to be a play action. Stafford's got all day to throw once again. Deep over the middle, and it's caught, but he's out of bounds. Oh, out of bounds. Kenny Galladay caught the end zone, but he was out of bounds. And what a game changer that would have been for the Detroit Lions. They went for it all. But unfortunately, his feet were out of bounds. And that will bring up a 2nd and 10. Well, after the big play that the Detroit Lions almost had, Matthew Stafford now comes out in the gun. He's got a tight end, T. Jackson, to the top of the screen. 2 wide receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top. Matthew Stafford fakes a snap. Now he's got it. Stafford looking. Stafford rolling out. Stafford's got pressure, and there's Joey Bosa. Back at the 39, 2:10 remaining in the half, and a 3rd and 21 is underway. Now with this situation, I think it makes most logical sense, knowing the Detroit Lions are not going to take a field goal here, to really just look for about a 10-yard completion, at least split this in half. That way, knowing on 4th down, it's a way easier chance to get that first down. I would not go for it all unless it's wide open, because if you go for it all here and you don't get it, if it's incomplete, you're putting yourself in a 4th and 21 situation. You don't want to be there. So here's the Detroit Lions. Matthew Stafford out of the gun. He's got TJ at the bottom of your screen, looking all day to throw it. Wow, great protection from the Detroit Lions, just standing there. He's been there for about 5 seconds, not doing anything. Matthew Stafford throws it. Intercepted. Oh, Matthew. Whoa. Matthew Stafford comes up with a big hit, but what a bad decision from Matthew Stafford. And the Chargers can seal the game. He had all day to throw it, and he threw it directly to a Charger. And that brings out the Chargers offense, where Melvin Gordon will tiptoe his way across the 40 to the 44, near a first down. Timeout Detroit, 2nd and inches. And that's tough. 2nd and inches right here is almost worse than a first down, because if they get the first here, it just spends so much more clock. And the Detroit Lions are in a really bad spot here. They need a big play defensively. They get a push. Snacks Harrison throws him down, but it's not going to be enough to hold him before the first down. It was 138, 1 timeout. The Detroit Lions are looking like this game may be over. Knowing the clock situation, with 1 timeout, the Detroit Lions have about an 18-second differential, because you have the 2:40 seconds, which means 1:20, and that's 2 plays. That would bring you to 3rd down. Then you have the timeout. That gives you 18 seconds if everything goes well for the Detroit Lions. But with that being said, plays will take some time. So at this point, the Detroit Lions are really hoping for some kind of miracle turnover some kind of punt return if they get the opportunity. They're in a bad spot right now, and this is almost a position where the Chargers can look to knee it to not risk anything, but they're going to run it. They come out in the I formation. They have tight ends to the bottom of the screen, Keenan Allen at the top. Look for the run, Lions stack the box. That's exactly what they're going to do. And it's a good tackle there at the 46, nothing gain. Lions call timeout immediately. So that means it's 135, 2nd and 10. There will be 120 that the Chargers can potentially run off here with the 2:40 play clocks. And with that being said, the Detroit Lions are really going to have a very, very small chance of seeing this ball again. They have to make some plays defensively because right now they're not in a very good situation. Maybe a turnover. I mean, that's really what you're hoping for. You have to go to strip the ball. If they're going to run it, they're not going to knee it. You have to go for the ball, not just to tackle in this situation. And here comes the Chargers. Phillip Rivers under center. He's got a tight end to his top. You got 2 wide receivers at the bottom. Melvin Gordon in the backfield looking to get this ball. Now he's got it. Hands it off right up the middle. And he breaks the tackle. Brought down to the 49. 130. Clock will drip. And this is going to take a lot of time from the Detroit Lions here. They can run one more play just like that. Bring it down to about 7 to 10 seconds. Punt it to the Detroit Lions. And that could be the last time they touch the ball, honestly, in this game. They run it down to 58 seconds. We'll see how late they can hold this. 56, 55, clock ticking. They snap it with 53. They hand it off. The Detroit Lions need a miracle. They're not going to get it. So, with about an 8-second play differential, the Detroit Lions will get about a punt return chance. And that's pretty much it, because since the clock starts when the ball is snapped on a punt, there's not going to be much hope for any offensive plays here. So now you're hoping that Jamal Agnew can save some kind of miracle. Now they're going to punt pretty early here with 15. So we're going to see an offensive play most likely. And that's going to do it after a couple of failed Hail Mary tries for the Detroit Lions. They fall here to the LA Chargers with a score of 7-0. They will be on the road next week to face the Philadelphia Eagles to try and get back to their winning ways. But until then, I'm your host, Dion. Thank you, Prep, for watching, and I'm out.